as I was walking away. And I didn't know anybody could see me do this.
So you were like, oh no,
I didn't know they were
fine.
watching this. I actually did clear 3 metres, but
Just-
not on a horse, and not
without
over a
the
fence.
horse.
Yes, just without the horse. And
There we go.
there we go. And
Hey.
then, congratulations. Shell shock. I was shell shocked actually. It affected me for about a day. I was in shock.
Really? What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. I've got a guest today.
Yes.
So Dad is back, and we're going to be watching some live TV fails. Some of them are yours.
Oh yes, you're putting me through the mill, making me watch some of my lowest, but also, I suppose, funniest moments. They do feature quite a bit in the top 10 of TV gaffes, but all unintentional, of course. These things happen in live TV, that's why we love live TV.
Exactly, we can sit and laugh at them like what we're doing today. None of them have been too bad, some of them are just fun. They're just fun.
No, I think one of the ones was when I dropped the water, I dropped my mic pack onto the special water for an experiment that was about to take place, and I ended up with wet trousers, and I went on air with wet trousers.
Oh, I've lost
And
that's not in today's.
no, that's not the most visual one, thankfully.
Without further ado, let's get straight into it and let us know if you want us to do this again. If you want me to.
There's plenty out there, not all involving me, thankfully.
Although he's probably already traumatised by these already and feel bad making
You've got
them.
to embrace. You've got to embrace it and learn.
You ready for the first
The
one?
first one, let's have a look. Ah,
So this is curling.
yes.
Now how long ago was this? Was this...
I think this was after the last Winter Olympics.
Oh.
So I went to do a piece on curling in Scotland. Muirhead was there, and I was trying it out live. I think we were either previewing the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, or looking back on them, the success of, of Winter Olympics Team GB. But anyway, so I was on the ice at 7:38. Well, let's have a look what's happened. Delivering the stone, yes, a bit shaky. Onto your tummy. The stone goes down. There's the sweeping, very important part of curling to get the stone into the end. And there it is. Oh, it's a good stone though. It knocks some of the others flying.
It looks really difficult, this.
Yeah, it's a lot of technique. Anyway, then I hand back to the studio on my knees. All is fine. I haven't fallen over. I hand back to the studio. There they are, Charlie and Naga talking in the studio. I've handed back, so my job is done. I can now get up and walk away and go and get a cup of coffee and warm my hands.
You're about to slide off there. You're trying
I'm just
to
teaching them a bit of technique here.
Ah, it looked like you were trying to slide
You slide onto your tummy as you push the stone. Anyway, they've gone. They've gone back to the next item now. But unfortunately, Naga sees me out the corner of her eye as I was walking away, and I didn't know anybody could see me do this.
So you were like, oh no,
I didn't know they
fine.
were watching this, but I thought I'd handed back.
So you're like, I'm just going to toddle along.
So I thought I'd toddle off because I was relaxed then. And I went over again. Those beady eyes of Charlie and Naga watching me after I'd handed back, so I technically wasn't on air. So it wasn't an on-air fail, technically. Well, that's what it was.
Do you think it was a broadcast mistake? Were they still meant to be filming you?
No, it was in the monitor as I handed back. And Naga, being very clever, very eagle-eyed, she spotted that I had fallen over.
I do like that one though, that is funny.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I'd handed back, my job had been done.
So you thought you just
and I just
toddle
thought,
along.
I wasn't concentrating, I just walked off, and that's when it all went wrong and I did fall over. Having not fallen over when I was technically in my slot on air.
Do you not have ice skates for that sport?
No, you have little rubbery shoes. No, not curling.
So the next one, this one actually looks quite painful. It's show jumping.
Yeah, so this was it was after 2012, Ben Maher won the gold medal. We went to do a feature on him at his wonderful farm in Essex. A lovely guy, Ben Maher. He said he could, give me an hour or so of tuition, and with my limited riding skills, I could try even a couple of jumps, just trotting, and then maybe a bit of cantering on a safe indoor mulch arena. And he said he'd put me onto his girlfriend's horse, who was very tame. The trouble is, most of the riding I'd done before that was on a polo pony, in arena polo, which is very controlled. You can do that as corporate events, whatever, just to get a feel of polo. You're in an enclosed environment, and you ride them like a go-kart. You go right, left, forward, backwards, and one-handed because you've got the other hand on the stick, the polo stick, and they're ponies and they're great, and they chase the ball, they know what they're doing. It was relatively easy, but then, well, with this show jumping horse, I was back in the zone. I thought, oh, that's the way to do it. That's the way to give this poor horse signals, and well, you can see what happened.
Tried polo before and can sometimes
Yes.
rise to the trot, but even a small fence here would be a
So it was a safe environment.
It's inside. It's quite a big horse.
Yes, proper, beautiful show jumping. Beautiful show jumping horse. So this is me, off he trots, or she trots, to the corner. I was going to get some speed up, but then, look, I'm giving the wrong signals, and she starts to canter and gallop in a funny way, and I've never really galloped before, and now I'm trying to talk racing it. Come on, don't be silly, don't be stupid, don't be silly. And I'm going, whoa, 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 which is the worst thing to do to a horse.
And then you just flop.
Well, I was worried the horse was going to go out of the barn into the concrete. Luckily, his girlfriend was like this, and I actually did clear 3 metres, but not on a horse. And not over a fence. Yes, just without the horse. And
there we go.
There we go. And then Ben Mayher was actually in stitches laughing. Oh, he couldn't control himself. I at first thought I was maybe unconscious because the whole world had gone black and dark, but it was because 2 boxer dogs were on top of me going, oh. So that's why. So I was fine. No, I bruised a rib, that's all, so it hurt for a few weeks.
You bruised a rib?
Just bruised.
It did look quite painful because that was quite high up.
But I had my helmet on and it was soft floor.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a bad fall, I just flew off. And then I was made to muck out another horse just to show me my true place in the stables.
What was going through your head when you went round the corner and stuff? Were you thinking, oh my god, we're going to...
Well, I gave the worst signals, didn't I, to the horse. I panicked, which you never do, and said, whoa, 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 don't be silly. So the poor horse just, who's this idiot on my back? Let's just get him off in the end. Did a little shimmy going round the corner. Because poor horse was scared. You have to learn it properly, you have to learn the right signals. Maybe show jumping was a step too far that time.
Right, the next one is, funny enough, one that out of all your kind of TV stuff has gone the most viral.
Yes, that's right. The famous swimming pool incident in 2018 in Australia, of all places. It was 6:30 in the morning UK time, 3:30 Australian time. There was a sudden change of location. We were normally on the beach interviewing athletes. Suddenly the swimmers got stuck in traffic, so we had to move location, me and the cameraman Rash. So we had to move up to a hotel swimming pool.
Yeah.
Where the athletes had been taken. Part of it was a hotel pool for guests. The other part was a smaller pool around which the BBC crew with Hazel Irvine was doing some recorded interviews. They all had their own microphones, so I started the bulletin on the other side of the pool, did the football results in my shorts. I knew I had to then get across during the bulletin while I'm reading off an iPad. I then had to get round to the other side of the pool where Hazel Irvine was. And I was doing a piece about table tennis. I tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Okay, I'm going live next with the swimmers. Going live next with the swimmers." And so she obliged, she kindly got up, and then I realised that I only had one microphone, whereas they'd had all their own, which wouldn't tune into our camera. I realised I have to go along them. And the problem was, I thought, well, I just have to go along the pool, because it's a children's pool, it's a paddling pool, it's a little pool.
Yeah.
I didn't look at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about their names and what they'd won, and so I just thought, oh, it's a little pool. I didn't see there was a ledge.
Yeah.
Australian pools, even the small pools, have ledges and deep bits, as you can see.
Yeah, because you can see it quite clearly there, but from where you're sitting,
because I'm looking.
You could just see straight ahead. I get it now.
I wasn't thinking about the contours of the bottom of the pool. I was just stepping in, and I didn't think about step. And I was just remembering their names, because there was 5 of them, and they all had their medals. I was overawed by these Olympic athletes, or Commonwealth Games athletes. So yes, I got to introduce Sarah Vasey, who was the first, and the great Adam Peaty was alongside her. But I didn't quite get to Adam.
Adam Peaty, Sean Marie O'Connor, so proud.
Remember the names.
Congratulations.
There we are. And then suddenly remember that sinking feeling in slow motion where...
What were you thinking when you fell in the pool? Were you like, oh my god, this?
Well, I didn't know how far I was going to fall. So I was like falling in slow motion.
How deep is it? Yeah,
how deep is? How deep do I go? Yeah. And then suddenly I found my foot on the bottom, and then was able to stand up quickly. I thought, oh no, is this the end of my career? What happens next? There was probably panic back in the Salford gallery, but I tried to continue with the interview as if nothing had happened. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, you did carry on, to be fair. You didn't look
until a few 30 seconds later, the microphone pack started its remote control.
Inconsolable there.
They couldn't have been interviewed anyway at this point because they were laughing so much.
I had to get rather close, and mine was set.
So it did work for a little bit longer,
yes.
And then it just slowly
and then gradually.
You must have thought, yes, it still works, we're fine. And
All the
then...
people watching here are literally on the floor. Well, I'll hold it together. You don't have to. Congratulations.
So we introduced them at last. Sarah, she's so patient. Adam's still going for a little. And bless her, Sarah answers the first question until there's a few crackles and the microphone packs up.
And you can slowly...
It was dried out overnight and it still worked the next day. They handed it to Carol for the weather, who, congratulations, by the way, got engaged.
Oh yeah.
So Louise and Charlie pick up,
Just explain what's going on. If you didn't see
and they answer the weather. While the weather's on, I then get a plug-in microphone, thankfully from Hazel Irvine's crew.
Oh yeah, and then did you continue?
And then we did the
after?
interview properly afterwards. So it didn't jeopardise and didn't ruin the whole interview. It just delayed it a bit.
Oh, there was you trying to still get it to work. You're like, no, please work.
But then it went viral. I got back to the beach and even the security guard there had already seen it on social media.
That's the thing, this really went...
And it went mad, had phone calls and messages from all
Yeah.
over the world. And then I was on every radio station, news bulletin.
Do you remember
in Australia.
waking up and it was...
It was shell shock. I was shell shocked actually. It affected me for about a day. I was in shock.
Really?
Worried.
At the social media reaction?
Yeah, overwhelmed. At first worried, but then you realise the fact that they were showing it on the 10 o'clock news meant that, okay, maybe it's just one of those things that people talk about, enjoy.
Could be a lot worse. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you can make funny mistakes like that. It's not like you said anything
And
offensive.
then the thing is when people think, or ask even, did you do it on purpose? So, what?
Did you do it on purpose?
You
No.
could never think, why would you do that? You jeopardise everything. I look back on it now and think, thank goodness I've not done it since, and thank goodness people laughed, especially, the athletes saved me.
Yeah.
Adam, Petey and co, thank you
That you were with other
for
people.
laughing
Yeah. Could
and
you...
finding it funny and not being offended by it.
No.
And carry on with the interview eventually.
Could you just hear the people, the gallery in your ear going, carry on, carry on?
No, I think I didn't really hear much at all. I think
Oh, did it
was
die?
just...
Oh no.
And around the pool, everyone was on the floor laughing. There was about 30 people, and so all I could see was bodies on the floor like this. Apart from Rash, the cameraman, who kept it together brilliantly, didn't he?
Oh god, yeah, because
And
they were
Marcus
still having to
Rashid's
film, I
speed.
don't know.
Yeah.
I think what made it funny, what everyone loves about it, is that before you get in, you say very carefully, because
Yeah,
I've got
the mic pack. I had to.
What a moment this is for me. I'm going to have to jump into the water actually.
I've got to be very careful with my mic pack.
Sound pack on.
Yeah, could be very careful because I've got the sound back on.
Yes.
And you just think of all things to happen.
So when did you first hear about it?
I think the morning, because obviously this was about 6:30 in the morning, I must have, and so I think I heard a few hours after that when I had
Yeah.
woken up. Yeah, I just remember checking my phone and I think it was Twitter. A few messages from people we knew, like, oh, have you seen the pool video?
The fallout.
The fall. It didn't shock me too much in the sense of, like, you've done funny stuff like that before, like the horse and the curling were before that.
Yes.
So actually it wasn't too overly shocking. It was
That's
more
the
fun.
last. Things come in threes.
Yeah, there's been nothing since.
Well, there was the water on the trousers, but that was probably before as well, actually. I mean, it's why we work in TV. It's part of the wonders of it.
Oh, definitely.
But things don't always go to plan.
No, but that's fine. Yeah, but thank you for doing
been
this
lovely.
video with me.
Cathartic
Sorry-
exercise. Thank you.
Sorry I had to put you through that
No,
torture
it's
of reliving.
lovely to look at them all again.
Let us know if you do want us to do this again, if Dad will agree to
Yes.
it. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Post twice a week, and I'll see you in the next one.
It'll all be alright on the night, as they say.
It'll all be alright on the